Grief doesn't announce itself. It just shows up one Tuesday morning, and suddenly you're sobbing in a grocery store parking lot because a song came on shuffle that you weren't ready for. And that moment, that ambush, is exactly what we're talking about today, because music and loss have this terrifying, beautiful relationship where the right song at the wrong time can either break you open or somehow inexplicably put you back together. We built a playlist, not intentionally, but the way all the best playlists get built, song by song, crisis by crisis, 2 a.m. by 2 a.m. The first track that found us was Phoebe Bridgers' Funeral. And if you know it's the kind of song that doesn't try to comfort you, it just sits down on the floor next to you and says, yeah, this is awful, I'll stay. There's something almost cruel about how accurate that song is. Like she reached into the specific chest cavity where you keep your most private sadness and wrote a melody around it. Then came Sufjan Stevens, Death with Dignity, off Carrie and Lowell. An album so devastatingly personal that listening to it feels like reading someone's diary while they're still in the room, except they handed it to you themselves. We remember driving, No Destination, that album on loop, and realizing grief isn't linear, it's more like a weather system. And Sufjan was both the storm and the forecast. Iron and Wine's Naked As We Came slipped in next. 2 minutes and 44 seconds of the quietest devastation you'll ever hear. And the misconception people have is that grief songs need to be loud, but silence wrapped in acoustic guitar hits harder than any power ballad. Here's the thing about a grief playlist. It's not wallowing. It's actually one of the most rational things you can do, because externalized emotion processed through art is essentially free therapy with better production value. Bon Iver's Skinny Love arrived during the anger phase, not the clean, cinematic anger, but the exhausted, confused kind where you're mad at everyone, including yourself, and Justin Vernon's voice cracking on that track felt like permission to be a mess without a reason. The practical lesson these songs teach, if you let them, is that you don't need to resolve grief, you need to move alongside it. The way The Night Will Always Win by Manchester Orchestra doesn't offer answers, just honest company in the dark. Adrian Lenker's Anything and Julian Baker's Appointments showed up late in the playlist like the friends who arrive after the crowd leaves quieter, more essential. And the memory attached to Appointments specifically is sitting in a hospital waiting room, earbuds in, hearing the line about making the most of your appointments, and finally, absurdly, laughing through tears. Maggie Rogers' Burning became the turning point, the moment the playlist shifted from surviving to something closer to rebuilding. Which is ironic because a song called Burning probably shouldn't feel like cool water. But grief is full of that kind of beautiful contradiction. The last song we keep coming back to is Big Thief's Not, because it captures something no therapist ever quite nailed, the feeling that the person you're grieving isn't gone from you, just relocated somewhere you haven't learned to look yet. And that's either profoundly comforting or completely delusional. And honestly, we're fine with either. If this resonated with you, if you have your own Parking Lot Cry playlist, subscribe and check out all our other topics because we're just getting started.